Old Cataclysm. It's a level that me and my friend I is Derpy are racing on, and his practice has he's gotten a lot farther in practice, but I'm pretty sure he hasn't tried the level in normal mode yet. But so here I'm just gonna give my thoughts and opinions about Old Cataclysm. So this part is already the hardest part. Like, out of all the parts in this level, this is definitely the hardest. And it lags too. So that makes it like really hard to pass on record. Like, what I do is just hit 3 times there, and for the other parts I just hit twice and try and transition into those size portals. And it's really hard to do so. And the mini wave gameplay right there, that's really hard. Especially when you get into the green portal and then the mini wave again. That's like a really tight space. Chances are I will get used to this part, but it's super duper insane. The 19% rocket. This part I don't really mind as much as the other part. It's still hard, but like it's nowhere near as hard as the first wave. So it's just like it's a challenge, yes, but it's doable. And then the next part, which is 26%, I don't know, when I see people streaming this level, when they get here, they pass it really consistently, but I think it's kind of hard. It's transitioning into it, and then, like, actually doing it. It's a lot easier off record. I might have to play this in 240p. And that next ball, it's not too hard. It's not totally awfully hard. Like, it's difficult at the end a little bit, but it's still doable. And I missed that yellow orb. This UFO is really fun. This is that straight fly part is extreme. I'm gonna go play it for a bit. It's really hard. You gotta go into that 1 block space, and you just gotta keep straight flying. And then you get to the orbs at the end of this part, and those are hard to hit too. This part is very difficult. And it's weird because I find it easier to transition into this part from the UFO part rather than just this part. I don't really know why. So what I like to do is I like to pay attention to going into that 1 block space and then just keep on straight flying even after I pass the corridor, which I don't know if I've been doing because I need to remember to keep on straight flying after I pass the corridor. Because if you keep straight flying, then it's easier to transition into the half block space as the mini rocket. And right now I'm having a really hard time here. Okay, but that's that. This part, from the copyable, I have a lot of trouble getting the first jump. And it's not really too bad. the piano part. The piano part is rather easy. I mean, I do die there, but it's one of the easier parts of the level. You just have to memorize what's going on. And you gotta do that flying bit there. This is one of the hardest parts of the level. It's that part is absolutely crazy. Because right here, you transition into the straight fly. And what you gotta do is you gotta go into that one block space and then just keep flying as straight as you can. And if you mess up, then you die there. And that is really, really difficult for me to do, and it's gonna take me a while to get used to. And I need to stop thinking that passing a straight fly corridor is like means oh you can stop straight flying now, because it doesn't. And I have a question here. Should I just pay attention to going into the one block space, or should I just think about going through it and just mainly focus on going straight forward? The dual part, I think it's I think it's challenging. People say it's easy, but I have trouble here because that part. Okay, so here's what it feels like to play that part. So imagine that that Ronald McDonald has a string, and that string is tied to your rocket, and he's pulling your rocket down and laughing at you because you're gonna die at the last part of the Cataclysm. That's what it feels like. And I have to fight Ronald McDonald's attempts to pull me down and kill me at the bottom of that Kirby part. And Derpy told me that part is easy. You just have to straight fly through it, and that is kind of true. This wave part, it's kind of hard. That's kind of a hard wave part right there, because it's really slow, but the spaces are so tight that I feel like this is a hard part. And those gears scare me because they make it easier to die. I can just be going up there and I might accidentally hit a gear or something. And I'm trying to go into these spaces, but I'm having a lot of trouble because of how tight the spaces are. And I think the reason I'm sucking so bad at this part is because I need to play more 9 Circles levels. And this part... Okay. Those are just my thoughts on Cataclysm. My thoughts may change. I might actually somehow get good at this freaking cancer wave part. But yeah, those are just my thoughts, and any advice would be appreciated, because I'm not really focused on winning this race all that much. I'm just focused on passing the level. But winning the race would be pretty nice. And I think Derpy and I are evenly matched in this level. So thanks for spending your freaking 9.5 minutes on this trash video. And bye.